What makes a good property investment in the UK? Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. And you have been researching on how to get started in property. You have been looking into many property deals, but you don't know, you got stuck in trying to qualify whether a deal makes a good deal or a bad deal. So today we are going to show you the top 4 things that we focus on when we are qualifying a good deal. If you want to know more on what we do in our property journey, make sure you click subscribe. We've also recently refreshed our website, so make sure you check it out. Today we are going to dive into some actionable points for you throughout this video. So let's jump into our topic for today. What makes a good property deal in the UK? So the first point that we focus on is demand. Demand is super important for us in this business. What is the particular demand for this property in this area? Do people want to live in houses or flats? Is it a 1-bed property or a 3-bed house in this area? Speak to your local estate agents to find out what they say, because they are in the business longer than you and they should be able to tell you what is in high demand in this area.
Also make sure you're checking out property platforms like Rightmove and Zoopla. Go into the to let section or the for sale section and just see what is currently letting out, what is selling, and then you know what is the demand in that area. You can also go for viewings with estate agents, so that might be you're qualifying a couple of properties that you think are in high demand. You register for a viewing, you get to meet the estate agent at the viewing. People are really helpful in doing that. You're helping them getting more business through the door.
So just to give you a couple of examples for different property strategies. For example, doing a house share, you want to make sure that you know how long every rooms take to rent out. So if you're doing a 5-bed house share, so how long does it take to fill all 5 rooms? Does it take 2 weeks to fill all 5 rooms, or does it take 2 months to fill all 5 rooms? So obviously the higher the demand in an area, the faster the rooms get rented out. And also an example, if you're flipping houses, which is buying, refurbishing and selling it for a profit, you need to make sure that who are your buyers. Do you know who is going to buy your property? Is it a young couple, first-time buyer? Is it an elderly couple who is downsizing? So in a high demand area for homeowners, if you are flipping a property for profit, you need to check out how long it takes to sell this property. Does a bungalow sit on the market for a week before it gets sold, or does it sit on the market for 3 months before it gets sold? Normally a bungalow sells really quickly, so you really need to check in your area. Is it a 2-bed house, 3-bed house, or a bungalow that is high in demand, and how long it takes to sell? Speak to your local estate agent or go and check it out on home.co.uk. I'll leave the link in the description box down below.
Second point is ROI, or also return on investment. So return on investment is a topic that varies from investor to investor. You ask a couple of investors and they give you a different definition of how they calculate their ROI. What we see and how we calculate our ROI is mainly what is the cash flow per year divided by the amount that we have left in the deal. So when we're looking at the cash flow, we are taking the monthly rent, deduct our management costs, our monthly operating costs and the mortgage costs, and then we know what is the monthly cash flow for that property. So I give you an example. For example, we have a property with a rent of £500. We take away the mortgage, the management and the monthly operating expenses, which are roughly £250. So we're left with a cash flow of £250. Per year, that makes £3,000. Now, how much money is left in the deal? If you assume you have a property, you bought it for 80,000, you buy it with a normal 75% loan to value mortgage, which means you need a deposit of 20,000. So now you have paid £20,000 and you're making £3,000 every year. In this example, your return on investment would be around 15%, which is not bad. This deal wouldn't qualify for ourselves because we're looking for a higher ROI than that, but for a lot of people, it does. So make sure that you're setting up criteria for yourself. What is an acceptable ROI for you? And then you can use that in qualifying your deals.
So, are you looking to invest but don't know what deals are good for you? Let us know in the comments below what is holding you back. The third point that we focus on is the exit. How many exit strategies do we have to a particular property deal? For one exit strategy, which is to rent out, who am I going to rent out to and what kind of rent am I expected to get from my property? Yeah, so if you want to rent out a property, are you going to put a mortgage on it, or are you going to just cash buy and rent it out to someone and just earn the rental income from it? And if you were to sell a property, are you going to sell it to an investor, or are you going to sell it to a home occupier? So who is the end buyer? Is the buyer going to get a normal high street mortgage, or is it going to be an investor who is going to get a specialist mortgage on it? Also, if you're selling a very low value properties, is it going to be a cash buy? There are a lot of low value properties around the north of England or in Scotland, and these low value properties are normally for cash buyers only. And there are also certain type of student flats or studio flats that are purpose-built, and they are normally smaller than usual, so it's only for an investor buying it outright with cash. So we always look for at least 2 exit strategies for all our property investment deals. We need to make sure that when we sell it, we can sell it to the public, we can sell it to anyone who is able to get a mortgage on it, and also when we rent it out, we can rent it easily, making sure that the rental income covers the mortgage payments and also all the monthly operating costs.
Finally, point 4 is the ease of conversion. When we're qualifying a deal, we're looking on a scale of 1 to 4, how difficult is it to make the conversion? And in a way, it correlates with the level of risk that is associated with carrying out the conversion. So on the first level it's a ready-made property, it's a turnkey solution. There's hardly any risk associated with that because it doesn't require any work. Those are the type of deals that we are not looking for because we want to get our hands dirty and add value to the property. On a second level, we would class it as light refurbishments. So those are properties where you just replace like for like, you get a new kitchen, a new bathroom. Those are usually your buy-to-lets. It's very simple and you have refurbishment times of up to 4 weeks and then the property is ready to be rented out again. Then you have your medium refurbishments. So those are refurbishments where you need to have building control, you probably need an architect for it. You change the layout of the property, maybe you have a change of use from C3 to C4, which is from residential to a HMO. You're shifting walls around, you're installing more bathrooms, and your conversion timelines are more in the range of 3 to 6 months. And then on the highest level, those would be the conversions that need planning application. So in this level, you need to go through planning. The outcome is you're adding another layer of risk because you don't know how long is it going to take to get the planning, and you probably need a planning consultant. So we personally haven't done any conversions where we need to go through planning. We do know people who have, and those projects, they can range from just 2 small flats, or it can be up to 20, 30 flats. The scale really can vary wildly. Often when you're looking for carrying out works at a property, you might have to buy it with a bridging loan. So if you're interested in calculating what is the cost of a bridging loan, we have made a video about that and we're going to link it up there. Also keep in mind, the bigger the project gets, the more your team needs to be prepared to handle it, because obviously a small refurbishment of changing the carpets and changing the kitchen requires a different build team than a conversion of a house into a HMO and building the loft and all these things.
So if you guys have learned anything from this video today, let us know in the comment box below, and if you have liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so you get notified when we post new videos. We have also put together a top 10 checklist for anyone who is looking to invest in UK properties. So we'll leave all the links to everything that we have mentioned today in this video down in the description box, so make sure you check them out. And see you guys later. Bye!
Bye bye!
Here's out of the window.
Out of the window. That's the window.
Okay.
Yeah. No, don't.
Then don't do weird things. Okay.
Right.